Hey, this is Aaron with BS Tracker. I'm going to use AI to analyze this video from MSNBC for bias. Take everything here with a grain of salt. My goal isn't to tell you what to think, but to help you see what's going on beneath the surface. Remember, bias doesn't always mean something is false, it just affects how the message is framed. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more of this content. That being said, I'm going to go down to the description, show transcript, copy the entire transcript. I'm going to say please BS track and then just paste that. I'm probably going to note that this is this segment from MSNBC. All right, and then we start off with bias and framing. This segment frames Trump's actions as erratic, walked back, ratcheting up, escalating, emphasizing instability. Tariffs are described overwhelmingly through negative outcomes, price hikes, low income harm, without exploring potential goals or benefits. The New York Times is quoted as definitive authority on negative impacts, reinforcing an anti-Trump narrative. Language such as fear, pain, and worsen the nation's debt aims to elicit concern. Terms like cutting food stamps, $3,200 more for everything, and take things off our shelves evoke anxiety. Repeated direct attribution of harm to President Trump personalizes blame. Omission of key context, no explanation of Trump's stated goals with tariffs, for example, trade leverage, manufacturing incentives. No mention of previous trade imbalances or EU protectionist policies. Absence of EU or Trump administration representatives' perspectives on negotiation timelines. Misleading or leading questions. How do you even say to Americans presupposes mass uncertainty and chaos? How consequential is this moment? Leans the decision toward economic panic without neutral framing. Intentional dishonesty? No outright falsehoods detected, but selectively citing the New York Times without counterbalance could create a one-sided impression. Anecdotal examples? Coffee is already $3 more, are treated as representative without evidence. Rhetorical integrity. Panelists speak with expertise, but the host guides the conversation to reinforce one interpretation. Multiple sources are used, for example, MSNBC reporters, Henrietta trays, but all express similar viewpoints. Source transparency. Sources include NBC journalists, economic analysts, and the New York Times. No mention of alternative expert perspectives or statements from EU or White House trade reps. The use of evidence, specific products affected by tariffs listed, for example, coffee, ibuprofen, pharmaceuticals. Lacks hard data or sourcing for broader economic claims, $3,200 more per year or direct tax on everything. Strawman risks appear when attributing full consumer prices, increases solely to Trump's policies, ignoring inflation or corporate pricing factors. Statements like, only because of President Trump, oversimplify multifactorial economic trends. Terminology exaggeration, direct tax on everything they buy and cut off trade, exaggerate the scale or finality of tariff impacts. Terms like crippling, massive, or every single poll are used without quantification. The summary, heavily critical of Trump, emotionally charged, focus on domestic economic pain, concise explanation of consumer implications, expert commentary, clear identification of economic sectors at risk. The weaknesses, lack of opposing viewpoints, imbalanced emotional framing, minimal citation of raw data or bipartisan structures or sources. Integrity ratings from the MSNBC host is about a 5. Emotional manipulation is an 8, and bias is an 8. Overall integrity is a 5.5. Henrietta trays 6, 7, 7, and 6. If anybody has anything to add to this, please let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and see you on the next one.